Hey, welcome back to Just Reasoning. This is the fun part of the show where we are actually going to reason, get into some debate, some discussion. So let's hit the first topic. Barbados versus Jamaica. Okay, now, not too long ago, a young lady from Jamaica, Shanique Mary, made some allegations. Made some allegations that she was sexually harassed by the Barbados immigration at the airport via a cavity search. Ironically, the immigration personnel was a lady. So with that being said, these allegations brought some feud, some questions, and perhaps some conflict between Jamaica and Barbados, so to speak.
Yeah.
So my question is, should a nation be held responsible or accountable for one person's mishap or mistake or issue? Because there seems to be some issues right now.
I mean, a whole big, ruckus came up between Jamaica and Barbados over this one situation. I can't say whether or not that incident happened or not. I
hope it's not a white lie.
The Bajans said they investigated it. There were no cameras or anything, and nothing came of it. Whether it happened or whether it did not happen, we have to be grown up about these things. We can't make the actions of any one person form your opinion on a whole group of people. Just because, two Jamaicans come to your country and kick up rumpus.
But I tell the Bajan them say they better hear about Dodos.
But
them say that they don't keep repeating that.
We need to look at people as individuals. If an individual does something and he happens to be Bajan, hold it against that individual. If somebody does something and he happens to be Jamaican, hold it against that individual and not all Jamaicans.
Well,
I believe. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I don't think that's the issue. The issue is we have a bad reputation, point blank. I don't think she was just looking at one person versus one person. This person's a Jamaican. She represents a nation, right? And because of the reputation we have, that is probably just one reason why she was treated like that. And when you read the story, she did a finger search the first time, and I guess she didn't find what she was looking for. And she went back and she went to search for some more.
Was it with Vaseline?
So, I'm just saying that sounds
why
like.
would you repeat a cavity search?
Exactly.
How far can you go? Maybe
so,
2 inches more before we find the drug.
She read and it was. Butch's last name is Mary too. Maybe it's a family business.
So
let's check her again.
Are you basically saying that because Jamaica has a bad rap for crime and et cetera, that they caused or created this
There's a lot of Jamaica rules.
Stereotype or conflict?
I believe that there's probably some of that. I don't know about in this particular case, but in general, sometimes, there's badness associated with Jamaica.
We're all not
certain
the shower posse people. We're not all of the shower posse.
But, and I think that's what... So Caribbean Wild, we can sometimes get a bad rep. Some of it deserved, some of it not deserved. But I can speak from personal experience, from going to Barbados every year for about the last 10 years. And in all honesty, they are some of the nicest, most genuine people I have met in my entire life. So I'm not just saying it, just cause. I go there all the time, and I spend a lot of time there, deal with a whole bunch of Bajans. So, did this particular incident happen? Maybe, but I'm not holding it against the whole island. I hold it against those people.
So, change your perspective of Barbados, even the light is like...
No, because people of all races, nationalities, creeds, and cultures do foolishness every day.
Yeah,
I can't hold it against two people do this and
I think that was malicious. I don't care what you say.
Our people is... Maybe you touch a one eagle from downtown and she go off and you too like how she answer you, and listen to everything she have to say. So you just say, let us search you again. So you have to take it, you have to know all the facts of the story. Maybe if we see it on camera with some audio, then we could decipher really what went down.
My problem is there's no apology. Even if it happened or not. There's no
But
apology.
they investigated and said they found nothing. Why would they apologize if they didn't find anything?
Well,
First
you
time when you
know,
investigate yourself, that's what happened.
courtesy, you would do
If
it
you
out of
are
courtesy.
innocent, why are you apologizing?
Well, you know what? Sometimes
You don't
customer
apologize for the hell of
service,
it.
customer service
Nah.
is very
Well,
important.
I mean, you apologize if you're wrong. They
What?
didn't find anything
Even
wrong.
if you don't, you're not wrong.
Well, whatever it is, hopefully there are, you know,
Yeah,
Barbados
that's what
and
I'm
Jamaica
saying.
can resolve the issue
I
and
love the
move
Bajan
forward.
people.
Yeah, hopefully
And-
the flying
and-
fish and
yeah.
the saltfish get back.
Yeah, but you don't want somebody flying into your country with a fear.
Flying fish and sawfish mix up.
Maybe the flying fish and the saltfish.
That's the next
Hey, I
dance.
happen to
I
like
like
both.
fried
I happen
fish,
to
so
like both.
I like
Flying
fried
fish, sawfish
fish.
mix
Anyway.
up. That's the next level promotion.
Anyway, next topic. Legalizing ganja. Oh my.
Alice weeded.
Okay, so here we go. Top government officials in Jamaica have said they will review recommendations for delegalizing, oh wow, possession of a small amount
What's a
of
small amount?
small amount.
A Jamaican split for an American split.
Jamaica is one.
A
That's what they
small
call it.
amount of marijuana for personal and religious use. Now, there is a National Commission for Ganja.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Has to be.
I've never knew that.
Have to
That's
be.
interesting.
Have
There's
to
a
be.
alcohol,
A
tobacco,
National
and firearms.
Commission for Ganja, which is comprised of a lot of intellectual people, doctors,
Yes.
all of these things, all of these people, professionals. They argue that cannabis, of course, was culturally entrenched in Jamaica, and that moderate use
Just allow them.
has no negative effects on most users. Now, of course, we all know the Rastafarians. They use ganja for spiritual spiritual religious sacraments. So my question is, should it be legalized? And what do you think the long-term effects, if in fact it is legalized?
I are the expert on this, so I think I need to go first.
Papa, go
ahead.
All right. First of all, decriminalizing it in a small amount would be tolerated and would be accepted by all users. But I would not like to see marijuana in the hands of Newport, because that is going to eradicate a whole financial structure of people around the world, which me not say don't hustle, or me I say hustler. But I just know the effects it would have if Newport would come out and say, I have the Malaysian blue. You know, you're not going to go to Joe around the corner anymore in that threatening
So it's
situation.
going to cut back on entrepreneurship.
Yes. yes. But to full up the jails of people that just want to use weed recreationally or just in-house or for medicinal purpose, I think that should be global. Because you're going to have it anyway.
Yeah.
Any single way you're going to have it.
I have no personal stake in this. I'm not a smoker. And if you,
First Jamaica, yeah.
anybody will say I'm sitting with a
First,
spliff,
yeah,
you're
you say
lying.
never touch a thing yet.
I've never
I'm not
done
a
it.
smoker.
Why ever?
Jamaican.
When you go around the country, spray it up.
I've never. Let me tell you.
You still don't get it.
Don't incriminate yourself.
All right, so
Right.
just a couple. I did some research on this topic. I already know how I feel about it already. But just a couple facts. It's been ganja is chemically less addictive than caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol, all of which are legal. So there's no addictive nature to it. Another very important thing is prisons are full of people. You know, this is not just a Jamaican thing. Here also, you know, Tex was telling me, a statistic earlier that each year there are 750,000 just drug possession cases that are filling up the court system. People going to jail, spending wasting money, and all this thing. I just don't see any real benefit in keeping it illegal.
Well, I can tell you, what the DJ said, we're not ready for this yet.
Right.
Seriously. The problem is society has to change first. And the reason for me to say that is because if you read about the initial reason why marijuana was actually made illegal, it was because of racism.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
If you even notice, it has
First
a
place it
Hispanic
came into
name,
law was
marijuana. People
First
don't look
place
at that.
came into law was right here in Texas.
Yes,
First
19.
place.
Do you
First
know?
place.
Do you know? In 1619, if you were a farmer, you were required to plant it. You were required to plant it, And it only became illegal probably in the 30s, I think, when, you know, they saw that after integration, they saw that, look, we need some way of stopping these people from making money. These people that shouldn't be making all of that money. We need some way to regulate it. And they know they can't tax it.
I mean, you know,
they can't tax it.
It can be economically good for the Caribbean.
Economically great.
Yeah, but
Legalize it, tax it, make money from it.
But the bottom line is the apprehensiveness comes in with the backlash that the Caribbean islands will get from the United States.
What backlash? No one has ever OD'd off marijuana.
No, I'm saying in terms of business
and that's
relations.
a legitimate thing, you know. So sometimes we'll say, you know, countries, this one included, need to mind their own business, make people do what they want to do. But that's one of the reasons why this won't happen in Jamaica, because they're getting all kinds of pressure from the U.S. saying if you do change this,
illegal
then
here,
we're going to start,
it'll never be legal in Jamaica.
All right, one of the lowest crime rates in the world in a sector is in the red light district in Amsterdam, right?
Right.
Where
it's
prostitution, a lot of little things that are vices of people are legal. Now you put that in a controlled area, that is going to be good for everybody. And you'll be surprised to see the impact it has on crime, on kids, on anything. Because these days, how you going to hide weed when other people that they look up to gratifying weed, and then you in your house as just the father going to your 9 to 5 roda job and say, don't do this, when you have somebody on TV where have 50 million in record sales, you see him every day and he's like, he ain't do nothing to me.
Yeah. I mean, alcohol is legal. Alcohol kills people every day. Cigarettes kill more people than anything. I see no reason. And again, I'm not a smoker.
But you know what's going to happen? The downside to it is, now if you legalize it, you know, now people put all kind of additional things and take the natural state out.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
You don't think that'll be a problem?
No, it won't be a problem.
If you like to smoke,
I mean,
you know what you like to smoke. Any graduation from that is graduation to something
that's a legitimate point though, because if, you know, like Newports and these companies, Marlboro, they would be selling
with the top scientists
and they would try and make the cheapest possible product and sell it for the most money. So they might throw like a oregano in there or whatever.
Little rat flies here and there.
You know.
The problem is America has a whole policing department set up just to fight weed and drugs.
Are you trying to say the United States are bullied?
No, well, they are. Because, you know,
if I was to say not bully or bully, I would
if they make weed legal, they'd probably have to shut DEA down. Because there's a lot of people that would lose their jobs. Because that is what they do.
They have cocaine and heroin and crystal meth and all these other things that can't fight
drugs.
Real drugs.
And before y'all leave off
prisoners for real.
if you check your Bible, Genesis 10 to 13 said the fruits of the earth and the grass, and God saw that it was good.
Yeah, but
just like
cocaine is from plants too.
God saw that it was good.
So if it's good enough for God, it should be good enough for us.
It says herbs is in there, and it said grass, and all of these things we need. Grass, herb, fruits, we need all of them together.
Okay, the final question on this topic, since we hit a little bit on the Rastafarian, do you think that they should get a pass?
No, I mean,
one to my pass.
They have glaucoma. If they have glaucoma, fine.
If it's legal for everybody, make it legal for everybody, or illegal for everybody.
Right across the board.
Because everybody will be
it shouldn't be no special interest group that come up and say, we need the cannabis for this.
Promoters.
You have a lot of false members.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break. We will be right back.